budget, what time?
He's gonna be here at 7.
Well, we can start on page 1. Or what are you're here for both, right? Jeff or
Well, no, I asked Shauna and she said budget was at 7 and,
Yeah.
but I don't care, whatever you wanna do.
Well, we won't get far, Wayne will be long, but,
In
You
general,
wanna try for the road foreman update part? That's not gonna be,
that's totally up to you guys, you tell me.
I'm just throwing that out, way to burn up a couple of minutes.
sure.
For
Give us an
update
update,
on
On the regular agenda.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, typical, just winter stuff, we had to put a radiator in Huey's truck. Then a couple days after that, then we had to put new brake tube in it and S-cam and a whole bunch of parts in the rear end, which has been a typical on that truck. Just occurs quite often, maybe a couple times a year, and it's one of the things I would like to address. I talked to you guys about ordering a new 10-wheeler the last time, and I had some numbers from the guys, and you guys asked me to get some really firm. Well, he gave me firm numbers, but you guys said, well, see if these numbers are guaranteed till 27. And the body guy is saying, and I read the body guy's thing that he gave us, and all over his thing it says, I don't guarantee. There's no way we can guarantee.
no price guarantee.
2 years, but in talking with him, now this is easy for him to say because he's a salesman. And talking with him, he says, "Look, I think I figured it high enough. So far, any town that I've given a price to hasn't. I haven't had to raise the number from what I gave him for a price as of yet." And he also told me that he didn't think that the tariffs would affect these components because, I can't quote the statute, but he said that the tariffs don't affect a vehicle that is put together. Like they wouldn't apply on a body that they bought out of Canada if it was put together with a truck. So he was like, a lot of this stuff you're hearing about tariffs really wouldn't apply to this. So he's like, so that's where he was at. And then I also had to go back and look at his price because they had figured a one-way road plow, Denny. And so I had to go back and get a number from him for an all-angle road plow for the 10-wheeler because straight one-way highway plow won't fit in the town garage on a 10-wheeler. So I had to go, and that's like 3,000, but we're talking 300,000 and under, but we have to place that order. And the other thing he told me is that if we are going to be looking for a body and a plow, that we need to order it 2 years in advance. So that would mean we need to place an order with him for a body and a plow to replace the truck that Alman was driving, the International. They're not asking for any money up front. They're not asking for any of this, but they're saying that's your lead time. If you wait till 27 when the truck is basically junk, you're looking at 2 years before you're going to replace it. So his recommendation to me was, if you're thinking about replacing a truck, you need to order the body and kind of secure your spot in the shop to put the body and that stuff on 2 years in advance.
Is this the Western Star truck? Right, it's the same one that we were talking about?
It was. I think it was like 290 something.
294.
294.
Yeah.
I added 3,000 to it with adding the all-angle plow. There may be some little gimmicks that we want to add on to it, a camera or something, but I'm saying in the neighborhood of 300,000, and I don't know that there's much you're going to do about it.
Why don't you just go ahead and order it?
I think we gotta order it,
Absolutely.
because with the lead times the way they are, I mean, I don't know, if the world ends, I have a feeling that we can you know, we wouldn't have to cancel if they find a buyer somewhere.
Right,
You
No,
know,
no,
so-
he's saying, I mean, basically what's happening right now is, I know a town that ordered a truck and it came in the wrong color. And the town wasn't greatly happy with it, and he said, you don't want it.
Okay,
They got
I just
a lot
gotta
of
make,
people,
I make
yeah.
one phone call
Yeah.
and that truck's gone.
exactly.
So, I mean, but the other thing is in that number of the 294, there's no credit in there for the trade-in, but he can't really give me a number for a trade-in 2 years out.
No.
But the last
could,
truck,
yeah.
the last truck, we got $50,000 for trade-in, so there is gonna be some offset there, but
That
you know,
might
who
cover
knows
some
what we're gonna
extras.
do to the truck,
Yeah,
so.
right.
I know that Katie the last time made a motion to get a real firm number, but
Yeah, so that.
I called him about it and he said, this is a big corporation and all that fine print you see on the bottom, I have no ability to change it. Cause I read it to him and I
Yeah,
talked to him
I get
about
it.
it and he
I'll
said
make the
something.
motion, we just order
those two trucks.
Second,
the two of them.
Yeah.
second that.
I vote aye.
All in favor, aye.
Aye,
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you, Brian.
yeah.
I'll do that.
Aye, aye, aye.
Other than that, I think it's just the basic standard. It's been tough these last couple storms on salt and
Oh my
sand.
gosh, I can imagine. Yeah,
And, but we're getting through it. Right now, all the trucks are running and, we had 2 guys out today, so,
Either guys or the trucks are out.
thankfully, we didn't need them today, but
Yeah.
if there were gonna be 2 guys out, today was the day that, doesn't sound like Thursday's gonna be the best day to have anybody out, so. Although it seems like we're a bit overstaffed, there's days when we can't come up with a full crew, so.
Later down this list here, we have, the mileage certificate. Nothing's changed on the mileage, has it?
No, not so.
As long as
far.
you're here, I'm just asking.
Nothing that we've changed so far. I know you guys were looking at talking to somebody about maybe taking over a piece, but nothing's changed on it.
I'm sorry.
formally that I know.
Yeah,
What is the mileage certificate?
much.
It's a number of miles that are in the town, and then it's the number of miles that we do winter maintenance on. Cause there's some roads in town that don't get winter maintenance.
We
Yeah.
just certify
Cer-
how much mileage per class of road that we have.
Gotcha.
right. So class 2, class 3, and class 4.
And this is for the state, we do that?
Yes.
Okay.
And they figure their funding a little bit on that.
Yeah, I figured that.
Okay.
And,
Great.
Do we, is that available to sign or
Mhm.
is, why don't we just,
You done with it? Number 9, yeah.
I move we sign it.
All in
Second.
favor?
Yes.
Aye.
In this packet in here.
You guys are messing up my meeting minutes.
We really are.
We're just gonna give you something to think about besides your son running around sick.
I'm chucking on the run, so,
Oh my God.
yeah. I'm just noticing, didn't we put LED tubes in these things? They're not supposed to.
Yes, that one just went out. We
Okay.
did 3 over here and 1 on that side, but
Okay, so this one is.
that one waited 2 days and then went out.
Oh, okay.
I'll check and see. I'm sure something over there.
I think I remember standing on a chair changing those. Maybe not.
Over there, medical, how we doing? Everyone has the numbers now? Is that working okay?
Just
not
Hugh
everyone
and
has the
Jeff.
numbers.
Who doesn't have
I mean, Jason and Nick.
Nick
don't have numbers yet?
do
He
not
hasn't,
have
I
numbers.
emailed him today.
Did not realize that. He said they were coming like, what, 4 days ago?
Yeah, like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, that's right, yeah.
4 signatures says it, so.
I'm sorry, Jason and,
Nick.
Nick don't have.
Katie got her dates mixed up. She will be here at 7:30.
Last year you met with an engineer on the first bridge on Greendale Road and the others. Can you get together with him and get a scope of work brought up for the bridges up to there and get a rough estimate of what it's gonna cost.
Yeah, Jim and I think Jim was there too in the meeting, and that Greendale Bridge the first bridge on Greendale is fairly complicated. I mean, we looked at it like 16 different ways of how to maybe try to save it, or keep it in good shape. That bridge was done in 1938, and that bridge was done in 1938 as a 15-ton bridge. We are at times drawing 40 tons over it. So that is a very essential bridge to keep in good shape. And I guess it just goes to show you, it goes to show me anyway, when I say things aren't built like they used to be. That bridge was built in 38 for 15 tons, and they're telling me today's bridges are 50-year bridges. Things just aren't built like they used to be. All those bridges up through there need work. I actually talked with Alman a little bit about it today. And remember, we have the Kyle Road Bridge that is posted down to
down the flat there.
Yeah.
that bridge is posted because it's in such bad shape, and Alman and I have looked at it a couple times with the engineer. You can see through the I-beams in some places. That bridge is posted down to 14,000 pounds. And so Alman happened to stop by today, so I was picking his brain a little bit. And so that bridge is, if you want a piece of land up in there, good luck getting a cement truck there, a delivery truck there.
I'm sorry, where is this bridge?
Kyle Road, you go up, drive north on Route 100, just, where Felton Road is. Kyle is the next one, a smaller one that goes through the meadow there.
Oh, gotcha.
And then
okay.
up the hill,
Yeah.
Claire and Jeff Stern live up there,
Gotcha.
among others.
Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
that's a bridge there that Alman and I have had concern about that a couple different times, and
I remember going to look at it and we did something to it. We replaced some of the decking, or
not
it
in a
was
long,
like 4
not in a
years
long-
ago, something like that.
It
Am I
was longer
crazy?
than that, because to be honest with you,
How
I
time
went back
flies.
and kind of looked, and so in 08, I was put on as the road commissioner with Alman, and we haven't done anything since
The bridge was put in about
08.
some,
And the engineers actually the last time we met with the engineer, he's like, well, really to know, you should strip up the runners off from it and see what shape the deck planking is underneath that, their decking is. It's a wooden deck bridge. So that was something that we have kind of had on our radar, Alman and I. One of the state engineers inspected one of the bridges on Greendale this spring and said that needed some armoring. But that was kind of the only thing that I was on that. But I'll get a hold of Phil and see if I can get him to kind of come up with a scope of work. But it's so hard to come up with an estimate.
No.
I just saw that Burlington is redoing is like a street and a square up there, or they're redoing like a block up there, and they're putting it's down by Church Street or something. They're redoing something. Last year they had a budget of $48 million to do this project. They've got to put the rest of it on hold now. It was on the news last night because it's $16 million over budget.
Oh, Jesus.
So
how would it work, Jeff, if when you talk to him, if I remember right, those are not very high I-beams up there. How would it work if you put in the foot high I-beams with 5/8 or 3/4 steel like we did over to my camp, and mat them right together.
Yeah. You know, that would be something that probably an engineer would have to, I mean, you and I come up with an idea for over at your camp, but I probably wouldn't wanna be sticking my neck out as an engineer on that road as far as saying, I'm gonna draw you a bridge that's gonna hold, but I guess I'd defer to an engineer on that one. I could
Yeah.
probably build something that would go over it, but I still would defer to an engineer, I think.
Yeah, our insurance company will be happy about that.
Yeah, that bridge was put in about 96.
96 is when that bridge was put
It
in.
was just as I come on the select board.
And I think even that best case scenario needs some attention probably this year, but that's a bridge that probably should be considered at some point.
Alright, Wayne's here.
Should we should we have the screen on? But we do have,
Everything's going, it just.
okay, cause I combed my hair just for this meeting, so.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
like,
That looks great.
Thank you.
Wayne's
Sorry.
here to discuss the special town meeting.
Thank you, sir. Just to be clear, I'm here as a member of the public, not as a moderator, because a moderator has nothing to do with setting up the meeting. Moderator only runs the meeting, that's all. So, we've had some discussions about this over the last couple of weeks. And where I believe it stands is, we now know the date, February 14th. We know the place, which is Walker. I don't know if we know it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Do we know that?
Well, that's what we're gonna,
On for 10 o'clock?
yeah, but it'll be fine 9. I
9
think
or 10,
we-
okay, so.
Is 10 gonna
that's
be
one of the
better
things
for
we have to
families
take.
or what? Are we trying to make? I was thinking 10 would be better for families to be there. I don't know. What has been happening?
How long
in
do
the
how
past?
long do you all think we ought to, well, let me ask you first. My question was gonna be, how long do you think we ought to budget for it? And part of that question is, if we warn it for 10 to 12 and it goes to 1, can we extend it?
Oh, yeah, you don't
That's
have
not
to-
a problem.
You don't have to say when it's gonna end. You just have to say when it's gonna start.
Okay,
in the
okay.
morning. You can go until midnight if you want to.
Let's not do that.
I would think we would wanna try to end at 12, so maybe we should start at 9.
I have no problem with 9.
9, that's when the regular.
And I think it being Valentine's Day, it'll be, you know, with people who might have a lunch or something
Okay.
like that.
That's
could-
fine.
Starting a little earlier could get out.
Jeff,
So, okay, we'll pick
I
9.
don't have a calendar right in front of me, but what day of the week is?
Saturday the 14th.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah.
It could be done on a weekend.
Yeah, that's why we're
That's
doing it.
the
that way.
point of it. too.
Okay.
So let me walk you through what I've done. I looked at the draft that was done by Kim or
Shauna,
Shauna,
yeah,
and I thought it was a good start. But then I went online to see what a model warning for a special town meeting in Vermont should look like. And here's what I found. And what I've done is, here's the model. And then what I've done in draft is fill out what would be the warning we would use to, and to fill in those gaps. And Kim,
tear those apart for me.
you can share with Jim. That's the model. And so what I've done is take that model and turn it into what we would be posting. And
So you filled in
You
the
can-
blanks, in other words.
and so now we got a filled in model.
We can share. Yes.
What I used for the
Oh, right here.
warning
Oh, thank you, Carmen.
article was what we looked at that I drafted a week or so ago. Because what the law says is you need to be specific about what's the business of the meeting. And so, I took the language, that I had drafted before, that I thought meant that, and, put it in Article 2. So the start is the same as it always is. And the first thing you do is elect a moderator. And the second thing is, and let me go over that in some detail. Because what we're asking the town to do in that meeting is to enter into an agreement with the state to accept the award of a community development block grant of up to $3 million from the Vermont Agency of Commerce and Community Development. That's what's been offered to the town, which, together with evidence of other resources of up to $670,054, will total $3,673,054 to be used for the replacement of the Lawrence Hill Road Bridge and the removal of the mill dam. I use the term other resources to give you flexibility. We could have put in there the bridge fund. We could have put in there a special fund, which you haven't created yet.
Or a loan.
Anything else, but what the grant award guidance says, you have to show the state evidence of other resources.
Yeah, either a
So
letter
that's
of commitment from a bank or.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So that could be.
And I agree with that. That was, I don't know, you all, I sent an email out.
Yes,
as well
I
with
thought it
that.
was great.
Exactly.
Yep.
Uh,
And I like
because that gives us some time to think about, you know,
Where it's coming.
what
What we
works
want
best
to.
for us.
Yeah, and to show you how carefully I drafted this, I forgot Article 3. There is no Article 3, that's just a
Yeah.
typo. So that's what I would suggest covers the needs.
Yeah,
So the Article 3 that you intentionally, I'm sure, left out.
Yeah, that was in the model.
Yeah, right, in the model, to see if the town will vote to authorize dollar amounts, purpose and
Yeah.
funding, that, we
That's
don't,
right.
that's already in Article 2, right?
Yeah, well, it does, yes. And it simply says you're gonna come up with something. But I don't think you were ready, correct me, at this meeting to ask the town to vote for the bridge repair fund or any other sources.
no, all we're, I think. This really, Article 2 in this is what we're discussing, but we need to be clear that a motion very like that description of the business is going to be voted on.
So we're having
And
a vote at
maybe
this
Article 3 should be,
No, wait, finish your sentence.
maybe Article 3 should be
No, wait, you finish your sentence. When, voted on when?
voted on at the meeting.
Can't do that.
Why
So,
can't?
Can't be an article?
Oh, it could be an article, if you wanna put that in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. An article,
Then
our
sure.
Article 3 should be draft language for that article that would follow this pretty closely.
Okay,
Uh,
where are you gonna take the money from?
I think that would be specified, we could specify that at the meeting.
Can't do that.
That's, okay,
You gotta
so
tell,
we will,
I'm sorry, can I just
Yeah,
stop?
yeah.
You can keep thinking while I talk here. Doesn't Article 2 say that we will vote to see if the town,
it leaves it, it says you're gonna find the money. It doesn't say where you're gonna get it.
but it does say we will vote.
That's right. No, you're voting in Article 2,
Yeah,
which together with evidence of other resources,
Yeah, I just thought you
were
said.
total.
So we're voting at
It's-
this
it's
meeting.
Fuzzy on purpose,
yeah.
because you don't have a reserve fund that you've set up.
Mhm.
And if you wanna go to the bridge repair fund, I'll put it in there.
I don't think we can go to the bridge repair fund because we were just talking, we've got 3 or 4 bridges on Greendale Road that need major repair. But 2 things. Number 1, I think we definitely have to vote this thing at the special town meeting, simply because if it goes to the regular town meeting, you're gonna have individuals that don't make the special town meeting, and you're gonna spend God knows how much time rehashing it again.
100%.
And I don't know the total amount of what we've got for special funds. But how would it work if we worded it that we will borrow from our special funds? We have a total of,
1.7, 1.8, it's,
so we've got enough money in total of special funds.
Did other resources not cover it?
That's what I was hoping. it would.
What's together with evidence of other funds up to, that basically other funds is all your special funds.
That's what
Yeah.
I would think,
I
but
mean,
Wayne,
in
you're
my-
saying
in my-
no.
Well, I said the other night that I'm cursed with being a lawyer. And when you look at the statute that authorizes special funds, it says they can be used for the purpose which they're defined for, or if the town approves for a different purpose. I think you mentioned that the other night.
No, I did, you know, and I think it's some of the things that have happened in the town in the last few months that I think that special funds thing needs to be paid very close attention to moving forward, because I'm not sure that it has been paid as close of attention to as it maybe should have been.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeff. Can you be more
Well, I
specific?
read the town warning, and the money that you spent on the land is under town general. But it came out of the bridge fund, and I don't believe you can spend highway money on town general. So your article in there, which says to see if the town will vote to put that money back in. I don't know that the town has any choice but to put that money back in the bridge fund if the land was purchased under town general and it shows up under town general as to where it would be reimbursed to the special fund.
the select board is allowed to borrow money from themselves, from the town. And I believe I explained it to you that we just had a lot of money in the bridge fund, and so I took the money out of the bridge fund on a temporary basis. If everybody's uncomfortable with it being out of the bridge fund, then we put it to another bridge.
Well,
fund.
wait a minute.
Saying the
Wait a
way
minute.
it's written in the town warning,
Which is a
is you're
draft.
asking the voters if they will vote to put that money back in. And I
Alright.
don't think that's a question to the voters. I think that money needs to find its way back to the bridge fund, because and Wayne asked the question, I wasn't gonna say anything about it. But I believe that you took money out of a bridge fund that was dedicated for the bridge fund, and you spent it on land. And I'm not saying you can't borrow money from yourself, but I do believe you need to put that money back.
Right, we're gonna put it back, but let's just change the way that thing is worded. Change it to highway, because that's mainly why we bought the land, was for highway future use.
So the repayments will be a special fund allocation in the budget in
For-
the highway.
In the
I
highway,
think we're mixing up two things.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You've got, if other resources is vague enough to cover what you wanna do, you got between now and the 23rd of May, of June.
Or
Man.
that other month,
Yeah,
the F month.
You got between now and the 23rd to straighten out the warning for the March meeting. And frankly, the way it's drafted now, you're talking about a fund that doesn't exist. So you gotta have the authority of the town to set up a fund and the purpose for which it's being created. And to do that, you can do that in the town meeting, as Article 1 and Article 2 says, after, if it's approved, then you put your money in that special fund for future purpose.
Yeah.
But the way it's written now, you're talking about, I just don't think we get into the March 3rd meeting.
No, this shouldn't impinge on the March meeting at all. I think.
I think
So I'm happy with this, because the other resources is,
could be going.
it could be, we can work out, what fund, or whether we wanna get a letter, a commitment letter from a bank,
Right,
which I
So-
think should be pretty easy to get done before the 14th.
so to clarify, because maybe I misunderstood, so if we leave it the way it is, we can have the town vote at this meeting?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, I
And the other
didn't hear
thing I
that
would say
correctly.
is that the deadline for the
Share
application,
with Katie.
I'm sorry, for the award is March 16th.
Right.
You got a pretty long time to figure out what you're doing, what the select board can do and what the town has to do.
Right.
Time disappears real fast.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Time disappears real.
well,
fast.
tell me about that, wait until you're my age.
I probably won't make it that
Oh,
far.
I think you will. You look pretty good to me.
that's,
Never mind.
as I get older, pretty much everybody's looking better than me. Because there are more and more younger people, and the people who are older, they look great to me too, so. Anyway. Anyway, I don't know whether we need a motion on this, but if we do, I would move that we adopt this form of the warning, get it sent out, and we're gonna do 9 AM with no finish date, finish time, excuse me.
And you want.
The date
Article
might be
2
correct.
worded Exactly.
Just
When we get
exactly
to
the
the
way it is,
16th.
yeah.
Because we, as far as
I
I
have a vision, Linda.
definitely don't want to go to regular town meeting and discuss this.
Oh, no,
100%.
this would
I
this
agree.
would eat our regular town meeting,
And
and it wouldn't be
completely.
right, because,
There's a lot of other stuff we need to conduct there.
yeah, and we need to make it as easy for people to get to, so.
So do we think we need a motion, or can we just go ahead with this?
Let's do a motion as long as we're all.
Well,
I'll
I'm-
second.
Yeah,
All those in favor,
Aye,
there, it's in the record.
thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Wayne.
thank you,
Now,
Wayne.
Wayne,
You're cursed with being a lawyer, but we're blessed by it.
Yes, that's true.
you got 5 minutes for us to go into executive session.
I'm all done.
Yeah, this is something different.
You want me in the,
We'd
Yes.
like you in the.
oh, okay, sure.
All right, so we need, what's the statute we need? Yeah, I've got there.
It's,
But one of the things is, this one isn't high enough, like when I'm sitting on the couch at home, the bowl. It goes,
I move we go into executive session authorized by 1 VSA squiggle 313A2 to discuss the negotiating or securing of real estate purchase. And to invite Wayne Granquist to be part of the executive session.
second to that,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
I think this is, I move that we're out of executive session, is that right? And that we made no decisions? Does that require a motion? And that we reconvene our select board meeting? And then I think we need to move that we go into the liquor control board.
Yes, we'll suspend the select board meeting in order to deal with the liquor control board license.
First, we ought to vote, do we need to vote that
Yes.
we're out?
Second.
Second that motion to.
I'll second
we're
that
out of
motion that we're out of
executive
executive
session,
session.
And we made no decisions.
No decision.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So now we move that we suspend the select board meeting to go into the liquor control board meeting. So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a application here from the EBA.
It is Raven.
Yeah, it's basically coho.
Coho.
The old. Yeah.
their renewals.
Yeah.
We have paid their fees.
Is there any paperwork
There's
with
that.
this?
Yes, there is.
Their
There you go.
renewal.
There you go.
Sorry,
You found them.
You have it right here.
Okay. beautiful.
Sorry, I gave you one, didn't tell you.
Yeah. So. I'm gonna move that we approve, the, application 68-019, 68-020, and 68-021 from Raven Independent, doing business as Coho Inn and Motor Lodge for a first class, second class, and over the counter permit.
outside consumption. Sorry about
Outside
that.
consumption, sorry. Yeah,
Second that.
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye. There's no fee for the outside consumption permit. huh?
No, not to the town. They'll pay something to the state.
I see.
Fairly nominal.
You have two pens? Did you steal one of mine?
No, I
Is that
have a
possible?
mechanical
Take this one,
pencil.
it doesn't write
There is
Okay.
another pen right here. Thank you, sir.
You know, I'm just giving you good natured upsells, right?
I feel it. I feel it. It's very good.
We'll close up the liquor control board meeting. And we start the select board meeting.
Second it.
All in
Aye.
Favor?
Aye.
Okay, recordings in progress. Road foreman update, go back to you, Jeff. We talked about the mileage certificate and what else would you like to?
I don't know. The other thing is, I guess I would talk about it maybe is, about the brush and the trees and the stuff that comes down, what we're gonna do with that stuff coming up,
Well,
where we were taking it. The lady's not very happy with the town there at this moment, so I probably wouldn't dare to take any brush there right at the moment.
Were you taking it, it wasn't on the town garage property? No, okay.
well, I know we haven't set up any plans, but temporarily, I would say, take the excavator and open up the road on the new piece of land, and get up in there away from everything, clear a spot and till we figure out what we're gonna do. Use that for a burn pile for the town only.
We closed on that property?
Yeah, it's all ours.
Okay.
There was a roughed in driveway going up through there, and it's got some brush growing in it. It wouldn't take much to go up in there for a little ways and clear out a spot big enough to have their burn pile till we get our act together and figure out where we want to put the burn pile, the stone pile, the sand pile, and
Right.
blah, blah, this. We've got to have some place to go with it, so.
Are you talking about like right now, or are you talking about spring?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about, there's some trees that blew down over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, there was talk about a chipper, there was talk about different things, and that roughed in road that he's talking about is fine if it's froze up, but I don't really think it was a roughed in road that would, the minute it starts to thaw, I think it's
You're all done.
not gonna be there.
Mhm.
And to get up in there far enough to, you know, get stuff out of sight and out of mind. I don't know. If one of you guys wanna go up in there and kind of lay out a stuff, you know.
Well, I mean, if we were logging in there, you know, very often slash, you know, part of the, am I right? The slash part of the deal is you burn it, right?
Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Exactly, but you don't need particular permits for that. I mean, then
In
there's
the
snow on
winter
the
time,
ground.
snow on the ground, you
Yeah.
don't need a permit.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, I'm just like,
It's not
you're
going to
saying,
be.
you're saying to me, Jeff, just go up in there and find the spot to do something. What if the spot that I find turns out to be right on where they had the septic area designed, or I guess what I'm saying is maybe there's some forethought before, I mean, I can go up there and rough something in that we can use for a little while here till we get into mud season, but
right.
it's probably not a long term.
Long-term.
oh, no, we're not talking about long-term,
Yeah.
we're talking
No.
about
Just next,
short-term,
Yeah,
just,
no,
just,
but I'm saying.
just this winter.
You guys are
If,
fine.
how about
Whatever I
you go up and pick something that looks like it makes sense to you, and either Denny or I'll come up and check it out.
give it your blessing.
And we'll, and so people can blame it on us. How's that
Yeah, I
sound?
just don't wanna screw something up there. I don't know what your whole plans are with the whole thing.
Do you have another
Yeah.
suggestion for where we could put the brush? So this is our best bad idea.
Is
Yeah,
there, is
I
there,
mean, short of either I can rent a chipper and we can chip some, or we can buy a chipper, we can make a spot up on a piece of land. I'm not saying that's the ultimate solution, but it probably would work for a period of time here.
But a chipper, you still have to get the stuff to the chipper.
Well, you take the chipper to the stuff.
And then you
Okay, so-
load the chips into
Oh,
a
I
truck
see.
and dump
And then
them
you just blow them off the side of the road.
Blow it off the side of the road.
Well, boy, that sounds like why isn't that the right decision? Because, we can't take it to Londonderry anymore, as everybody knows. And, burning. Trees fall down in the summer and the winter during mud season all the time. Am I crazy or?
Well, it would work partially, but sometimes you get them great big old 3-4 foot maples. They're not going through a chipper.
They're not going through a splitter either.
So,
I mean,
Yeah.
you will have a spot where you'll have a burn pile occasionally.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the right answer is, and I'm saying it's easy to say, well, just go up in there and find a spot so I go up in there and I screw up the septic area because I'm making spots and then you're back and you don't.
well,
But if you guys give it your blessing and I go up there and it works well, then fine, and if we screw something up, I had your blessing where I did it, is all I'm saying.
is
just a
there,
minute, Jeff. I think you got some paperwork with this, right?
yeah, about where things are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some of the original design and such, so.
So if Brian could get with you, he could probably show you the paperwork and you could find out where the existing so-called septic system designs are.
I'll pull what we have.
So that might, notice I say might alleviate that problem.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure
think
exactly
Jim-
how
I think
detailed what we
Jim's
have.
point was probably very valid, that not gonna be long, you're not gonna be burning much, and I think we did get a price on a chipper when we got the tractor. I got a price for a chipper that would go behind that tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
And
you
I think
talked
I
about that.
passed it. I think I passed that price on to you guys.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
The chipper can't be,
over the weekend, a few trees blew down and we pushed them off the side of the road and said, there.
yeah.
yeah, so for you to have both options is the way to go, right? Have some that you can chip, some that you have to burn.
Right. Because it says there'll always be those 4 footers,
Right.
but there's not enough of that, you can sequester that. You find a place to pile it and then,
The Londonderry stump dump still will take that really big stuff.
oh, really? Is that at the transfer station down in the bottom?
If it's monstrous or like a stump, they will still take it down there and let it kind of run away.
Okay,
So, and some of that stuff you can tuck off in the woods, if, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the 6-8 inch spruce tree that falls across the road here and there and this, that, and the other thing. So I don't really, that was just something that I thought about after, we talked earlier. It's just like, that's another thing that's coming down the pike is, spot to deal with brush or a chipper or both.
I have a question though. How long do you rent the chipper for when you get it? Like, what is
You know, he's gonna buy an addition, right?
Yeah, I rented a chipper Katie this summer. It was $500 a day to rent
$500 a day?
a chipper.
Aren't you talking about purchasing something too?
No, but
No, and I was just answering her question
But I'm
about
just talking about in the
renting.
meantime, if we need to chip something
Oh, I
right
see what you're saying.
now,
Okay,
how much
got
is it
Got
to
it,
rent
got it.
per day?
I'm
And
with you.
how many days do you think you would rent it
Understood.
for?
Yeah. Unfortunately, really you can't leave this brush stuffed off the side of the road here, there, and everywhere. For 2 weeks till you have enough to use it for a day, get what I'm saying? So, probably if chipper is the route you're going, you probably want to consider purchasing a chipper. And
Roughly,
I think
I'm
I
thinking
gave
less than 50, closer to 25.
I think I gave you a price.
Yeah.
I got a price from the guy we got the tractor from. I think it was 16 if I'm right, but I got you guys out. Shauna, did I give you a copy of that
Sounds
estimate?
familiar, right?
I did get an estimate from him. That would hook onto the tractor that we already purchased. That saves you buying another power source, because you've got a power source, you drive that out. I'm not saying how you guys want to deal with it, but I just am saying that I know we need to find a different spot to deal with the brush, or a different way to deal with the brush.
And when we buy a chipper, that's got a motor on it, right?
No.
Well, no,
Or does that
the
run off
16
a power takeoff?
The $16,000 one would be run off the 100-horse tractor. That's why off the power takeoff.
Okay.
If you went and bought a chipper big enough to do what that 100-horse tractor would do, you're probably talking that 50 grand that you were talking about. So that's why when we kind of spec the tractor and we're talking about it, I said, this tractor is big enough, if we do it, that we could run a chipper someday. And so we're at a point to talk about it, I guess is.
Do you think it's a better idea to get one that doesn't need to be run off a tractor, in your opinion, or do you think it's?
No, I would recommend you get the one that gets run off the tractor and you use it for both mowing and to be totally honest with you, this tractor that we got, and the nice thing about it with the boom mower and stuff. So Moses Pond has been let go so on the brush that the last real snow and ice we got, I'm surprised we had windshields left in the truck. It tore antennas up. So Jason, who's working for us now, has quite a bit of experience. So he went up through yesterday and he did the whole right-hand side, got a lot of the brush back so it's not whacking the truck and everything. He was off today, but tomorrow my plans are to send him up and do the other side of Moses Pond. And so that tractor we're actually using in the winter, it's not just a summer thing where it's actually helping us get some of the brush back. That's
great.
That's good.
What would have taken us by hand probably 2 weeks he did yesterday.
Great.
So I don't mean to push this down the road, but do we need a decision about this tonight? What do we need a decision about tonight?
I guess we could find a spot to burn some for, I could probably burn some at the town garage for a few days if I had to.
Mhm.
I think burning, probably long-term goal for burning is probably gonna end at some point
Yeah,
along
okay,
the way.
okay,
Could I go out on a limb?
please.
Well, it is January, but Jeff might check around and maybe one of these dealers has got one sitting on his lot that he'd like to discount and get rid of before spring.
A chipper, you mean?
And do we want to go for it?
Do you
Makes
have a
logical
dealer in
sense to me.
mind?
I guess, Jeff, does that sound like can you do that in 3 calls, or is that gonna take 2 days?
Probably not gonna do it in 3 calls, but I can call it and call a couple of guys and just say, unfortunately, what we're finding in today's world that nobody really keeps much in stock. Even the guy that I bought the tractor from and who gave me the price on the chippers, like, let me know and I'll order it. There could be somebody out there that's sitting on one, but I'm on Facebook Marketplace a lot in the evenings, and Facebook Marketplace is, you see a lot of equipment that dealers have built, and maybe a 25 dump truck didn't sell this year. Well, it stuff gets put on there quick. So if you got something that you are setting on that you don't want, you can usually check Facebook Marketplace, and on Facebook Marketplace, you can obviously identify 50 different, there are 50 people on there that are trying to get something that they're setting on. So
I mean, but also that means we would have to troll Facebook Marketplace every day.
Well, he does.
You do?
well, no, but I'm saying, like, I haven't seen it.
Every day?
I haven't seen a chipper. Well, actually, on Facebook Marketplace, you can say you're looking for such an item, and it'll bring your phone if that item comes up for sale. And to be totally honest with you, I haven't seen a chipper that would go behind the tractor come up in a year. But
Well, it's just
Worth a shot.
I can certainly call a guy or two, but
Yeah.
I know that 16 grand was in the ballpark of where
What company do you get the chipper from? Do you have like a specific person or company?
well, the price that I got was from Capital Tractor.
Okay.
Capital Tractor's a big outfit. And we do a lot more business with Capital Tractor than I realized, because Capital Tractor owns B&B Chain, which I didn't know many people know that so we get all our truck chains from B&B Chain, like lifting chains, basically B&B. Capital Tractor owns like 7 or 8 dealerships. So if I call them and say, do you guys have one sitting around, and they've got 7 or 8 dealerships, probably one phone call is probably, and if they say no, you're like, you could touch base with somebody else, but I don't know anybody that's quite as big as they are and quite as easy to deal with as they are.
alrighty.
So you're gonna look and see if there's one available. Meantime, we're
I'll
gonna,
check.
Make that one call.
Brian's gonna lay out.
I'll grab the,
septic.
yeah, we'll take a look at what we have.
okay.
Alright. Anything else? Alright, I'm gonna hop around on the agenda, delinquent tax collectors here, let's take care of,
Thank you, Jeff.
Can I ask a question before we get to that?
Yeah.
Is there any reason there's no public comment on the agenda?
No, other than I probably just missed it. Let me look.
It's not here.
It's not here.
Yeah, do you have a comment you wanna make?
I do.
Good.
Perfect
I think
timing.
we hear it.
I do. It's actually kind of questions. I attended the 12/9 meeting via Zoom because I ran into Linda at another meeting the Sunday before, and she happened to mention that Ryan was gonna be here, Ryan Silvestri. Otherwise, I would not have known. I had to be in Connecticut taking care of my grandkids, and I would have totally missed it. I'm wondering why I was not told that he was going to be here. Because I have been coming for months and months and asking the question, and I'm wondering how he ended up being here and why I was not told.
I called him and I asked him to come because you had asked if I could call him, and I did it, and I didn't know how to answer. Denny had said, yes, Katie, you can ask anyone to come. So I called him, and I thought that you had been informed, and that's on me. I'm really sorry. I should have called you myself.
Okay, well, I don't know how you guys work it.
It was
out.
not, it was an oversight, Gretchen. As soon as when we had that
Right.
conversation, I knew that we'd
Okay.
made a mistake. It
Okay,
was an
well,
oversight. We were not trying to keep you out of it.
Not at all.
No,
For any
I
reason.
didn't think you were at
Okay.
all. I really didn't.
Okay.
But then similarly, is that the right word? Similarly? I didn't know about the delinquent tax on here until I happened to run into Kim and she mentioned it. So here again,
Alright,
shouldn't
well,
I be involved if you're talking about delinquent tax?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
let me explain it this way, cause we got a lot of new people. We got 4 right here. Alright, so usually the delinquent tax collector makes a list of who's delinquent and stuff. We don't
Right, there's
mention
a
names.
report every month.
And then they make up papers like this and the select board gets them. And usually at the first meeting of the month. Then we take it home and we look at it at our leisure. And then if we have questions, we ask the delinquent tax collector to come in and explain and say, like, you give us, it won't happen tonight, but say you gave us this list. And I'm just using an example.
Sure.
We look down the list and we see there's this one or that one, and there's a couple years and stuff. We might actually come in and say, you know, have you got a deal worked out with this one to make monthly payments?
Okay.
Or like that. So we got a handle on what's going
Right.
on. It just doesn't sit dormant and we don't have communication with you
Okay,
for,
well, that's, as you know, I'm learning.
right, well, like I said,
So
As are we.
that's
Yeah,
why I'm
totally.
asking, because I don't know what the procedure is, and I did just find out that
right,
you get I'm supposed to get you the report
Yeah.
every month. So I just this month sent January's to Shauna, and I apologize that
No
I
problem.
didn't before now.
no problem. We've had our hands quite full, so if we get one first meeting in February, it'd be soon enough. I mean, we're just trying to see
Okay,
where we're at, cause, you know, like Jim said, years ago, that could be extremely high. The last few years, it hasn't been too bad, but with the reappraisal and stuff, it's probably up and,
it wasn't up, that was a big surprise.
Mm.
That it wasn't up, cause last year I looked at the warrant and there were 7 pages. And this year there were only 5. I thought for sure there'd be more especially because of the reappraisal, but
Good,
Good
good,
news.
yeah.
you know, it's just trying to communicate and keep the channels
okay,
open.
yeah, I just felt like,
You feel like we weren't on it, letting, like
no,
including you.
I'm not saying who wasn't on it. I'm not saying that. It's like, why didn't you tell me about it? You know, why didn't somebody? I don't know who's supposed to do it, and I know you've got a lot going on. But when I saw it on there, and I'm happy to come,
Yeah.
you know, but so anyhow, I'm done. I have my questions answered, and if you wanna ask anything about the delinquent taxes, I'm
Well,
happy that you moved it.
I just wanna say one thing, in the future, moving forward for all of us, so this doesn't happen again, if maybe we could have, you know, make a point to have Shauna, reach out if there's like another issue like this,
For sure.
you know, so,
Yeah.
you know, that doesn't happen again, sorry about that.
No, well,
Okay, then, guess if you're satisfied, we'll go on to number 4.
Well, do we want to look at the
so are we-
delinquent
are we
tax
gonna
report,
talk
or
about
we?
delinquent
No,
tax?
we usually take it home and look at it.
Okay, so we're not looking at it tonight.
That's why historically, they only look at the report and take it, so I never have been to a meeting where the delinquent tax collector is here. So, they,
And sometimes we just
in
minute that
general,
we
if they
looked
have
at
a
it.
question for you, they
and
ask me to
we-
invite you to the next
Yeah.
meeting.
Okay,
That's
well,
why I've never.
that's why I'm asking.
Yep.
So in other words, they're just getting the
Right,
information,
correct.
they didn't get the report earlier.
Right.
Like you
I
don't
send
get
it to
it,
them, but I always put it on the agenda so that I know that they've seen and reviewed it. And then if they have any questions, they ask me to invite you to the next select board meeting or the
okay,
delinquent tax collector.
okay,
So that's why I didn't notify you, because
Cause
They
didn't
because
get to
they
that
haven't
point yet,
seen
right.
it yet. Okay, cause I know Kim said she gave you one for the end of the year. And then
Correct,
I
and this
gave
is our
you
first
one,
meeting of the
right,
year.
okay, so you don't see them until the meeting.
I guess not.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna discuss, you don't
No.
have any questions
Not
for
tonight.
me?
Not right
No.
now.
Okay, but you will call me if you need me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I would like to also say, it's an interesting job. I think I've done okay. I still am learning. But one of the things I have done is when you're looking through the report, I have taken to, when I do up the statements, I write notes on them. And I've gotten quite a few phone calls because of those, saying, I say, please call or email to discuss, and they do. And so I've
That's
talked
great.
to a couple of them, and there's a couple of people, the people who are the farthest behind on there, he passed away, so, and so it's gonna have to go through probate kind
Yeah.
of thing,
Mhm.
but those are questions specifically that I can answer if you have them.
Perfect.
Great.
But we're getting the list down.
Thank you so
Good.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really
So
appreciate it.
if you don't need me, I will.
Great.
Have a great
Have a
night.
good
Thanks.
night. Drive
You too.
Thanks,
carefully.
Thank
Gretchen.
you.
We're a
Thank
little-
you.
Absolutely. Thank
I'm
you
a
so
little
much.
jealous of you walking out of here.
Enjoy it. Enjoy your
Just so
night.
you know.
This is past my bedtime. I had to take a nap to come here.
That's what I do.
Good night.
Bye,
Good
thank
night.
you. Have a good night.
You too.
Do we want to ask for changes to the agenda? I don't have
That
Are
any.
you
ship
gonna
has
work on
sailed.
budget tonight?
Okay, check.
I'm just, are you gonna work on town highway budget tonight?
think so.
That was
Not
the
highway,
first-
No,
So
we're
I can
not,
get out of here then.
yeah,
That was my.
because we haven't
Thank
even got into the general, because last time we had budget meeting, we got sidetracked with
Numerous.
numerous things, and we were supposed to start tonight at 7.
No,
and
no, I
work
know.
for
So
half
do you
an
guys
hour.
wanna just let me know when you're gonna
Yeah.
do town highway again and I'll come in
Thank you.
that night? Does that work?
That'd be great.
Good.
Probably be
Thank
Thursday
you.
night.
Okay, just.
I said, well, that
well,
isn't gonna
just
be
have
good.
Sean or reach out to me via text. or
Yeah, but
something,
you're gonna
say-
be busy Thursday, I'm afraid.
I mean, I don't care. Probably not over the weekend, but if you pick a date between that, just let me know and I'll come in.
Let us know when
Appreciate
you have dinner reservations, and we'll be sure to make it that
Yeah,
night.
yeah. So,
Are
anyway,
you
that's
busy?
all.
Please come.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank
See ya.
you.
Thursday is gonna snow.
Number 4, review meeting.
I had no questions on these. The only thing I saw was that about the number 2 road foreman update, which we ended up just discussing about locking in the current price, because I knew he said he couldn't do that, but I don't know if he said that during this meeting. He probably
He said
didn't.
the last,
Yeah, so
the,
this was probably
the
accurate
budget.
for this meeting, right?
Mhm.
I was mixed up. Everything else on this to me looked okay. Linda, what did you find?
Frankly, I didn't look at this. I thought I looked at it before and I didn't. So I have no comma corrections
looked-
or
I think it looked
semicolons or anything.
I did not find anything that needed to be changed.
I'll make a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the select board minutes on December 9th, 2025.
Second,
You ready?
Sure.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I guess I can sign them even though I wasn't there.
No, you don't need to
It's not
sign it.
necessary.
Yeah,
This is mine.
This is, let's,
Seckler subdivision.
yeah, Selectboard subdivision.
I am under the impression that just that motion is what we need for Will. I don't. know. I thought he may be here, but I doesn't.
You sent him an email and asked him to come?
Yeah.
Oh.
But maybe he didn't check it either.
So you said you think we just need a motion, what, to approve this letter
The
or?
letter,
The motion that's on the front?
The motion that's.
Okay, oh, this
Those
one,
are just
okay,
copies of the letters that Merrill drafted.
okay, they haven't gone out,
I believe that the owner, Glen Rock of the Glen Rock LLC, is supposed to send that first letter to all the people via abutters to the property, I believe. Again, I'm not exactly sure.
I thought that it was a letter that had to be, that he had to write, that was committing that he would maintain.
right,
And I
that's
think
what this
the
says.
second
Okay,
letter.
that's the second letter. Only because they talked about it at the DRB meeting.
so just to get things started, I'm gonna move approval of, I'm gonna move that we approve the motion on the cover page that we've reviewed, proposed upgrade of Old Tavern Road, Class 4 road. Work will be completed at developer's expense. Town assumes no responsibility for the work. And that there is a indemnification letter that will be submitted to the developer. And the request is consistent with the town's Class 4 road policy.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye,
Now, we gotta make sure that
The letters are sent
that
out.
the letter is sent out, the first thing here, as I understand it, is a form letter that Merrill used to produce this final letter,
right, to Maxwell,
right to Maxwell. So we'll send it to him. So
I will clarify the letters with Will
and Merrill,
and Merrill and.
yeah,
And then.
and whether we should send them, whether we should sign it first. I'd like to send it to them, get them to sign it, and then we sign it. I think that would be better, but I checked with Merrill about exactly how to do that.
Number 6 is a notice of replacing, they call it a bridge, I guess it will be when they're done. The south end of town, just below the Foster Farm, that's the project supposed to be done in 27. They're gonna have a site visit and answer.
I think they're also acquiring some land from the Fosters, so they're. I don't know, discuss, it doesn't say.
Where is this bridge here?
It's a box culvert, goes under Route 100, south of,
Right before the soccer fields, or before.
just below the old colonial house, right there in that curve.
Oh, yeah,
They did some work last, or this
Right.
past summer.
They
to
did
it,
some
but-
testing holes.
Okay,
They're gonna replace it in 27.
and are they gonna keep the road open in one lane, or they're gonna close it?
They're gonna do like they did with the Route 100
Right,
bridge.
yeah.
Local traffic will get around and commercial traffic will go to Chester and around that way.
Yeah, got it, okay.
So this is just telling us that they're gonna do it?
Yeah, and there's a
They're
site visit.
having a site visit and a hearing in regards.
And all of these
Ah.
specs that we got,
Detailed, huh?
are proposals of what they're gonna do.
Drawings, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and the site visit is the 26th at 10 AM, so that's where we're gonna,
Yeah.
Well, it's near my house. I feel like I should go.
Let's go together.
Hey, what fun.
So this is impacting land of Foster and Helbron on this right-of-way detail sheet.
there's mostly Foster.
Well, that's the site visit. Oh, the hearing is the 28th.
The hearing online is gonna be
Hearing
online,
online is 26th.
Oh, okay.
but they have the site visit in person on the 26th.
I don't think I need to
23rd.
go to the site visit.
Hearing MS,
26th, sorry.
oh, Teams, yeah. Barry
Yeah,
and Barry,
so you could go to Barry.
yeah,
That would
no,
be fun.
I
So it's
don't love
Wednesday, January
Teams.
28th. I'm actually not as interested in the site visit as I am in the hearing. Sorry, Katie.
I will do both. I'll do the site visit on that one. Independent lady.
Any mention of how long they're gonna close the road?
I think a while.
They talked to us about
They
this.
talked
I
to us
forget.
about this.
I
She said it
don't
was gonna
remember
be a
being
couple.
particularly concerned about it, though.
It wasn't gonna be very long.
That's what I thought, like a week or something, right?
Just what,
But
a
the
couple
detour-
weeks
Is this
at
the
With
most.
the detour.
Yeah. she
Yeah.
Yeah,
came
they
and
talked to us last
about it.
summer about it.
Yeah,
I remember that it's at a different location, but that's my
Because
insane brain.
usually what they do with,
Physical road will be closed for like a week, so there'll be, the in-town bypass. But I think the main concern for the businesses is that they're, rerouting most of the traffic all summer.
it was Coho who came to us and said
Correct.
they were worried about not getting the traffic.
Any traffic.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was longer than a week. It was a couple of weeks.
I think the physical actual road will be shut down for a week, but the detour, the main detour through Chester and bypassing Weston will be, I think, the summer.
But that's not for that's just for commercial traffic, that's not
Yeah.
just for regular traffic, right?
yeah, that's for the trailer trucks. And
Right.
So why do
But
they?
unless you know where you're going, you're gonna follow the detour signs. What they're saying is the average person who thinks they're driving.
Locals will know how to get around.
Oh, I see what you're
Right,
saying.
but for the businesses, they're nervous that there's not going to be the person driving through Weston saying, oh, let's stay at this inn, or
Okay.
let's,
So is there anything we need to do to make the businesses feel better about this? What?
I don't
No.
know, I don't know.
I don't know.
We didn't do anything when they did the bridge north of Weston.
North of West.
Yeah, but there weren't that many
Down by my
bridges
place.
or businesses up there. But
Not that we have a choice
I
in this
mean,
work,
what
but
can we do?
I don't know, that's why I'm
You know what
just,
I mean? Like, what can we do?
Because if you put signs out, detour to Western Village, you're looking for problems on your back roads, overloading traffic, and then all of a sudden you get tie-ups and
Hmm. Well,
Where's the
I guess when
Discord?
you're on the, if you guys are on this call, you'll be able to get a better idea of how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
and what the
Yeah,
times-
I don't know what choice we have about it, though.
Yeah, no, we don't. I'm just wondering,
Yeah, well,
To
you're
make-
asking a
to
great
make-
question.
to make our
Is
businesses
there
feel like
something we can
we,
do?
That we're supporting
that we
them.
are supporting them,
Yeah.
yes, right.
And what businesses are we talking about? We're talking about the Coho.
Soho,
Probably the stores here in
the
town.
Vermont Country Store, the West End, the Village Store.
Because traffic is gonna be
Cause
directed through down Route 11 to Chester and around.
Yeah, is that
Maybe
just
that's
for
a
a
question
Chester
we could
Mountain
ask
Road.
at the hearing,
That's all summer.
to see
just
what
for a
kind of,
week.
It's shut down completely for 1 week,
Correct.
and the rest of it is, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so we'll go to the hearing and figure out what they're
yeah,
talking about.
and just, and ask them if, you know, what other towns have done to help their local businesses and, you know. Yeah.
So what's up with the FEMA buyout?
708 did not pass the phase 1 environmental study, so we have a decision whether we're going to go to phase 2. Or if we just don't do anything. I have Sue Westa from Wyndham Regional, who can meet with us at the next meeting on the 27th, and Rachel from the state of Vermont, environmental something or other, to answer any questions that we have. I don't know.
Did I read in there that if we go to phase 2, they can pay for that, or that's all
They can
covered?
pay for it, yes.
I just don't remember what phase 2 is.
It's just a bigger study, more in-depth, and like soil samples, things like that. I wanted to table it because they'll be able to answer all the questions. They just couldn't make tonight's meeting.
So we're tabling, okay.
I would like, it's up to you guys.
But if there's someone that's gonna come and tell us the answers, yeah. Makes sense.
We're tabling this until the 28th. We've done the highway mileage
We
thing
are
already.
plowing through.
Hey, we are.
Going by very fast.
Pardon?
It's going by very fast.
That's because we started at 7.
Really sorry. I'm really sorry
Good
about
one,
that.
Danny.
I haven't even had to
no,
keep it.
it's not, don't worry, it's not bleeding at all.
My drains are leaking through my lights.
That was funny.
No, we were supposed to work on the budget, but we got sidetracked again, Katie, and we may have, we'll figure out what we're gonna do here, but right now we gotta do the pay orders and the pay orders first. We got
It's just too much paper.
Way too much.
We signed the IP certificate.
Overwhelmed here.
We signed this.
We did that.
So how about this? I'm gonna move approval of
In the-
payroll check warrant report number 1 in the amount of $20,207.64.
Payroll, yeah. That sounds great.
second.
Second,
Any questions?
no.
All those in favor?
I,
Alright. I have a question on the accounts payable. What is the fire mutual aid? Assessment 23
That's
grand?
a dispatch service. Is it $23,000?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's annual?
oh yeah, we
Trying
talked
to
about
understand
that,
it.
for
Okay.
the budget, being into the budget for next year.
I wasn't accurate on what we spend a year at fire department. It's pushing 200 now.
Cause this is, oh yeah, okay, cause this goes to, this is part of that. So this is dispatch for the fire department and not for all 911, just this.
Just for fire.
But that would include, yeah, thanks. I think that includes, accidents on the road, right? Because they
Well,
show
they
up for that.
respond to the accidents, yeah.
Yeah, is that through their dispatch service or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You.
So I'm gonna move approval of, accounts payable check warrant report number one, in the amount of $125,858.20.
I second.
Questions? All those in favor?
Avalanche, heat comes on.
You want this one?
Was, cleaning in folders and then I ran out of folders.
I
And
have-
it just became a pile.
In my
That's a nice-
spare bedroom, I have the nightstands are filled.
Oh, jeez.
I actually
With
have
all
to go
this-
online and get more folders.
I have to figure it out.
There you go.
Sort it. We have to throw it
Oh,
out.
you missed a piece there, Jenny.
You're helpful, Jim.
I just, you are.
Everybody's a little rowdy tonight. I like this.
I'm, dude, Benny looks like me getting up off the floor.
Did you see Wayne? It took him 5 minutes on his jacket. That was hilarious. I love that.
I don't know how it happened, but, the calf muscles in my right leg tightened up drastically a couple weeks ago, and they're still bothering.
That's not good.
All right, so we are down to, I believe, old and new business.
I have some business. Old business.
Sure.
I received a phone call for the holidays from Mr. LaRue, Todd LaRue.
Yeah.
When we were here, we had talked about the screening issues and asked him if he was okay with how they had committed to doing the screening coming up in the spring. So we said May 30th, May 31st, I forget the date, that it would have to be done by. And we would go and we would speak with him about it. That was before the bakery lights turned on. And then the bakery turned the lights on and they left them on 24 hours a day. And it is shining directly into his house.
And he's complaining about that.
Shauna, are you done? Because
Yes,
I
I'm done, I'm done.
Shauna, I got those photographs and I asked Shauna to reach out to Natalie Belboss and see if, because it's impossible for me to believe that they want to leave the lights on in the bakery all night.
So going by there tonight, as I was coming down here, it looks really different to me than those photographs looked.
Okay.
They have a post light with a sort of flickering gas thing.
Yeah,
Those are
those-
old fashioned.
Mhm.
There are a couple of sconces on the roadside. There are a couple of again sconces under the porch overhang by the front door. It looked less bright to me than Shirley Knowlton's post light over here. I mean, it did not look as blinding as that photograph
Right.
looked.
Yeah.
And
So
I
maybe-
get, nonetheless, I get that if there aren't a lot of trees, there are not a lot of trees, there's not much screening there now, and there's going to be, but there's not much screening there now. And I get that if your living room window happens to be right in line, even with those relatively dim sconces, you've got some light pollution in your house. Yeah, I get that. I just don't think it's quite as bad as that photo looked. made
Yeah,
it
and I
look.
think that photo, it looked to me like they left the lights on. And-
Right,
and
it looks like.
It looks like there's some
more
It's more than
spotlights
just
on or
the
something.
Yeah.
sconces.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could they already have made
But we
some
need-
changes?
If that was a mistake and they're not gonna do it again, then I think we need to tell Todd that we've spoken to them, it was a mistake and they're not gonna do it again. And, you know, just,
But it sounded like Todd wasn't reacting to just one night, it was ongoing, yeah?
He says they're on every single night for weeks on.
How long ago did you talk to Todd?
I talked to him before the holiday.
So maybe we should talk to Todd now and say, by any chance, we walked
Is
by
it
it and it
better?
seems a lot, is it any better?
Yeah.
And then we know
well,
if there's still an
we
issue.
should talk to
How about this?
Natalie as well and find out.
When we leave tonight, everybody just drive down and take a
Yeah.
So take a look and see
circle
what
around,
it looks like, yeah.
see if there's else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna, good, Denny, I was gonna suggest that we do that we
Yeah.
look.
I ain't walked.
Yeah.
Then we'll know what we're talking about.
We could have.
Oh, God, that's.
Send me a pic.
That would be something new,
Hold on,
right?
hold on.
Sorry.
You go, Katie. As long as I don't have to get out of my chair, I'm okay.
Really exciting here. Okay.
And so because it does look different than that picture, that looks like some, parking lot lights and
Yes.
spotlights and
Yes,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
So I think, I agree, I think we go by tonight, and I think we also, I think a call to Natalie Boston would be fine, and just say, look, we have a picture that looks like spotlights, but every night to us, at least the last night to us, it looked like less than that.
Mhm.
What's going on? Just ask for
Right.
that.
And maybe suggest, well, we know the screening is supposed to be added, but can't be done till springtime, so as a courtesy, can you cut back on the lights?
Yeah.
Put timers on them or something. or
And
whatever
I
you
would
do.
be happy to call her because I talked to her before about the parking issue on Route 100, so, I'm happy to call her.
It's up to you. I have not reached out to her. I didn't.
Yeah, our conversation was this morning, wasn't it? Or maybe, I don't know. Yesterday, but whatever.
So let's go by tonight and then let me know what you think, and I'll
Yeah.
give her a call.
Thanks, Linda.
All right, let's take a quick run over the warning. Cam?
Sure I can find out.
God, it just appeared. in
Oh,
my
I
file.
left mine in my car.
There's a
with
new
my
one that
other-
was just left here.
Oh,
Here it
okay.
is, good.
If you wanna look at mine together.
Oh, this is it. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sure.
So I'm so sorry. Are we ending the select board meeting?
Yeah, Selectman.
Okay.
I move to adjourn.
I second.
I-
A second. Adjourning.
We operate under Robert's rules, we can do it that way, or I can just say we're adjourned.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right, we're gonna take a quick run on the morning for town meeting.
Okay.
Might run a little back after 9 o'clock, but we gotta get something done. All right, holler at me if I'm reading this wrong. Moderator, town clerk, holler at me if you have a question, how's that?
Okay.
Town treasurer. Elect the following town officers. Select board member for 3-year term, select board member for 2-year term. We gotta have a lister. I think we need to have maybe 2 listers.
Isn't it, well, like select board, isn't it 1 year term too? Don't you only have 1 year?
I have a 1 year now.
She has 1 year because she filled in for Chris Morrow, who
Oh,
stepped
right.
out of his
There you go.
2-year.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Oh, okay,
So
great, thank you.
We have Greg and Jeff, and that would give you one opening.
Yeah, it's only Dan that left with listers, right?
Yeah, but how much, was this the end of Tan's year?
Yes.
So 1 year is correct. Okay, just asking.
No, it should be a 3-year term. Did I put one?
No, you
No,
put
you've
3.
got
No.
3.
No, well,
Yes, so it's just one lister for 3 years.
We're missing a lister.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah,
we are
we're all-
missing one.
So do we have to
Select
find
board.
that person?
It doesn't hurt to ask around, or otherwise,
if
what'll
somebody
happen is-
nominates a lister,
but otherwise, if nobody steps up to the plate, the buck gets passed to us to deal with later in March or April.
Oh, I see,
it
okay,
becomes an appointed position.
I got you, okay.
If people don't step up to the plate, we're supposed to find them, and Sometimes we have luck, sometimes we don't.
Okay,
The library is set for,
library set.
nominations,
Yep.
okay.
It's only 4 and not 5?
It is only 4.
Okay.
Right,
Then we have town constable. Collector doing taxes. Cemetery commissioner, that's 5-year term.
the constable oh, it's, Marissa, right?
Right,
Yeah, she loves it. And I love her being constable, it's great.
Let's see if the town will authorize a repayment, special funds. Now, we were gonna change that to make it look like it goes to the highway.
Yeah, so do you want it as an expense in the highway budget?
Might as well as
Okay.
put it there.
So that's gonna,
so it's still an article?
over 5 years to the highway fund.
It won't be an article, it'll just be in our expenses for the highway.
So it comes
So
out of
does-
here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, okay,
So
okay.
just take it, okay.
Because when I was going to do on the pages, the special funds, instead of it showing it came out of the special funds, it can come out as a notation. So, you know, in my mind, it doesn't really matter which category it hits.
No, it doesn't, but some people are nitpicking.
All right, repay special funds from highway and add to budget.
The recreation program, 3 years.
I think we ought to add, language like we had last time, not to exceed 10,000 a year or something like that. So people have, trying to, find that in last year's,
It would be in the minutes for last year because that was added at the, that was an amendment to the article. And so you don't have the minutes for last year's meeting.
There, yeah, I've got.
And while she's looking for that, she has the town put 4,000 for paint fund,
That's the same as last year, yeah.
4,000 for the annex. 150 for highway equipment. 75,000 highway maintenance fund. 40,000.
these are all the amounts we talked
Yeah,
about
I
last
thought
time.
we changed the fire department to 50.
So did I.
Yeah,
I thought we had a 30 and a 20.
unless,
right?
unless there's
Yeah.
another allocation,
No.
Fire department's 50.
It's 50,
okay.
51.
51,000?
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Their appropriation is 51 and their additional amount is 50
And that
in the
is
budget.
in the budget, right?
But that,
No, I think you got numbers.
yeah,
mixed up.
I'm over it. Yeah, it's fine.
No, this is for the equipment fire apparatus replacement fund.
Yes, yes it is.
It's
And-
not where
Oh.
we're splitting them other two up.
Oh,
Okay, so
Are you
it's 50.
clear now?
I am.
I'm not. So are we 40 or 50?
50.
We are 50.
50, okay.
Yeah,
I haven't totally lost you.
no, you
Yeah.
got like 5 minutes.
Alright, 3,000 for space planning thing. Somebody asked questions, looks like it's a door frame around. the front.
What is that again? Sorry, space planning management.
It's
meetings.
the fund they created when they added onto this building, and we've just kept it going, and I was about to say that somebody asked questions. Probably we all should end up with a new door frame where we walk in if you look at it.
Right, so we talked about this the other night.
We did.
It's just
Yeah.
sort
Jim
of
talked about
major
painting the
projects here in this
That's
building.
right. This is what confused me. It sounds like just building, but it's not. Right? Okay.
Yeah, it just,
Right. Got it.
And put a 60,000 in the bridge fund. While we're Memorial Library going back to 30. Cemetery Commission, same as last year. The Cold Spring Park, same as last year. Fair Park Association is
Up a
Up
thousand.
by
huh?
1,000.
up by 1,000, which doesn't surprise me. The rec club is
Same.
Flat, 13.
flat. Fire department, we got it 51.
Which is the same as last year.
Libraries at 35.
5 over last year.
Mhm.
And then,
Gina, we talked about, yeah,
yep, Green Up's good. Healthcare's good. Rescue Squad is good. Mover is good.
Oh, Carol Lechtoller did get back to me and visiting nurses is back up to doing all of their quota.
oh, okay.
North Star Health. The same. Community Nurse Project. Same. Neighborhood Connection. Same. Senior Solutions.
Up
Same.
100, but I mean, same as their request, yeah.
Sudfed. Same.
It went up
Sets.
10, yeah, it went up $10.
I think they're like $30 a person or something, right?
Who is?
Svedka.
$3 a person, and so we have 3 additional people in town, is that the?
Kim might have them.
Yeah, let's move, let's keep moving.
All right.
And
Yeah,
we're-
it doesn't
we're
really- it's
talking
only
about
100
$100.
$10. That's the
Seven,
same.
same.
Collaborative is the same. Mount Associate,
Blind is the same.
yep.
Independent living. Visiting nurse.
Was that part of, did you talk to Carol about that? Is that,
Yes.
and that's fine?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, you said that already.
It's a good.
Yeah,
I was gonna point that out, but thank you for noting it yourself.
Easy now, folks, easy.
yeah.
What we do without Linda?
Youth Services. Freedom Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the salary for the town treasurer, town clerk. Selectboard. Taxes due on October 2nd. Then we plug in the numbers for that half. And Jim said the other day that he figured the highway budget was up 6%. It'll probably be a little bit more now that we put the loan in there. And did that 6% include pay raises?
I can't remember. It was just the bottom line number that we had. And I'm not sure I've got my sheet from last, in fact, let me put it another way. I'm sure I don't have my sheet from last year, from last meeting.
It did not include, because we haven't changed all
Yeah.
of the salary numbers, so it did not.
Right, so we were just, so assuming the salaries don't go up, assuming that the salaries go up by less than 6%, the highway budget, that will only reduce that 6% increase in the highway.
Well, it will and won't, because you just threw 236,000 or something.
No, wait, am I saying that? I don't.
No,
think I
you
am.
didn't.
I said it wrong. It will go up by whatever raise we give. If the salaries are, I don't know, 25% of the whole highway budget, and that goes up by
3%,
3%, then
But only for
Everything's
half
gonna-
of the year.
for only half the year, yeah,
Because
so
the
that's
raises
gonna make a minor
Go up
impact
and
on it.
Oh, my lord, yeah,
So
that's a
it's-
good point too.
it's-
Okay, so for tomorrow night, is it gonna be possible to have some numbers that say highway's gone up X% and general fund's gone up X%?
Yes, once you tell me what you wanna do with salaries, and I had, I'd like to double check my numbers in case they change between tonight
Got
and
it.
tomorrow. Well,
Did you change this?
I know I
Oh, you
added
did.
some totals
Look
so
at
you
that.
could see what it had been there, but I didn't.
So genius.
So I just need to quickly add whatever you decide to do.
So I'm sorry, what, can you,
Yeah, so as you're looking at that top table, that is if you were to do a 3% raise. And the bottom one is a 3.5. And then there were a couple suggestions I made. The first line is if you did that suggestion as of January 1st, and the second line is if you didn't. Those two top individuals right there, you see what I mean?
mm-hmm,
But there had been also some discussion of what you might need to do to realign things in highway, and so this, I didn't even attempt to do anything with that.
Yeah, you had mentioned that in your email too. To realign things in highway, Jeff had brought up something.
He had mentioned one of the newer guys.
Oh, yes, okay, got it.
That would be,
Jason,
yeah, the fourth one up from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I would, I think whatever Jeff thinks is right is what I would vote for.
Yeah, I second that.
Kim, the column to the right, without the shaded lines in it. January 1st, first half year, July 1st, second half year. I'm not sure, what are those numbers we're looking at? Those are the, so that's the salary. So if we look at, I don't know, Nick Doan, for example, that's 36.4 is his salary for the first half of the year, and 37 is his salary for the second half of the year. Yeah, am I reading that right?
Correct, because you're
right,
right. The new.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. No names.
we're just discussing salaries and wages, and should we be doing it on live TV?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Right, so not specific to any one person, but the first column is our current wages.
Yeah.
The second is because wages are bumped up July 1st.
Yeah, and then the total salary, and then down at the bottom in those boxes, we have what the total salary number is for all of the employees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the difference between the first line and the second line?
If you made an adjustment at the beginning of the year, the higher, if you were to bump.
Okay.
And the only thing that I didn't include in here were the wages for the person who's cleaning the building
Mhm.
and the person who's doing the lawn. But that he usually gives me what his rate is.
So I would say that we get some new sheets tomorrow night with the numbers all plugged in. We will vote tonight whether to go 3 or 3.5. And we'll see what our totals are tomorrow night, and whether we have to go back with a hatchet and chop, because the general population got hit with a, I'll call shocking appraisal last summer, and a good tax bill from the state for education. And it looks like it's gonna be around a 7% increase this year for the state. And if anywhere is near right, we're probably going to bounce around 7 for town general and town highway. All together.
I will look for the information on the Mountain Town rec, but it wasn't last year,
Right.
so I just have to.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago, and
Yeah.
and it was it's not, but I think we ought to have a not to exceed number in there.
I will call Londonderry and find out what they make for adjustments annual salary wise as well.
Yeah,
And didn't we, I thought we approved it for just a year and that we asked to go back to it again the next year.
the
The town
first time we
recreation
did
guy.
it for just a year, and it was our fiscal year. And then they made another request for 3 years, and we approved it for 3 years, but now. And they're
Wow,
on
it's
a,
been 4 years.
yeah, I think so. Am I right about that, Denny?
I don't think so.
No, I
No.
don't think so either.
It was
Uh,
approved for a year.
But I do remember us having a discussion in the meeting that we wanted to bring it to the town, right?
Yeah, we wanted to bring it to the town to see if they would approve it for 3 years. And then Jim said not exceeding $10,000 a year.
Yeah, so that would have been in a.
That's in the article.
Am I right?
I thought it was 2 years ago that Liam came and talked to everyone. It was
Well, we
for
just
that
did.
1 year. No, I'm talking about at the town
Town
meeting,
meeting.
Okay,
not this past year, but the year before. I believe
that makes sense.
it was the year before.
Right,
It wasn't this past March, it was the year before,
so that would have been
because I was not there.
24.
And that's when it was reported, because we're on a different fiscal schedule than.
Which one are you looking
I'm
at, Jim?
gonna have, I'm looking at the minutes.
23?
Of the 22, no, I should be looking at the
I would look at 23.
22. I'm 23.
It's gonna be in an article.
Yeah,
And they would be in the 20.
Didn't we last year at the meeting, and I could be completely wrong, do we have to every year
I don't have
vote,
I have 222.
vote
Can I see the
to
22?
waive the taxes for like the rec club? I'm sorry, the rod and gun club and all that. I remember doing that
When you
last
do
year.
it, it's good for 5 years, so
Okay,
we have to check and see who's up this year.
There
Okay.
wasn't anybody,
Okay.
okay.
so in 20,
I remember doing that last year.
right, we had.
It was a lively discussion.
It was a lot of discussion. So in 23,
Every 5 years, okay.
it said, shall the town of Weston raise and appropriate a sum not to exceed 7,500 for the purpose of funding in part a full-time position of Mountain Town Red's recreational director to be hired by the town of Londonderry pursuant to an interlocal agreement.
Do you have 22, Linda?
What year was that?
23.
This is the minutes from 20.
I'm looking at the minutes from 21. It's not in there.
Sorry.
And here's the minutes of, hold on, the minutes of the 24 meeting. At the very end, it says a question was raised about the Mountain Towns Rec Director. Lisa Ursha stated on page 19, lists the budgeted position. Linda Crandall commented that it was voted on last year as an article, but the amount went up and was not presented separately to voters. Lisa Ursha addressed this, stating there was $7,500 in the 23 budget based on 1/2 year. The 10,000 was based on the actual budget for the position now filled for a full year. So that's all I found in,
24.
yeah,
And Kim found here in 23, the 7,500 that you just referred to.
And that I thought was just for a half year because they didn't think they would get to it until July of 24, if I've got my years right.
Yes, for purpose of funding in part a full-time position at 7,500.
And then it took them a while to get it in place. So that.
yeah,
was
so
why
they actually didn't start paying the guy until the tail end of when they hired, tail end of that year.
I'll call down and see what their expectation is on cents or increases salary wise. I don't know if that also, I thought they paid the healthcare. Our expense didn't include that, and I will double check that as well. Because that would be a piece that would be less.
Yeah, they were over, Londonderry was paying more than their share, and I think it's through, they were shouldering healthcare, and the other towns were paying the salary, the direct salary,
Right.
pro rata.
So I'll double check it again. More verbiage in that article.
Yes. So then the question is the salary, what we want. What percentage salary increase do we want Kim to put in the numbers for tomorrow?
And are you gonna discuss this on open meeting or?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we have to, yeah.
But would it be okay to, ask Jeff what he thought would be the right thing for the road crew, and if there are any adjustments?
Why don't we do it this way? If you wait and ask Jeff, we're not gonna have the stuff ready for tomorrow night.
Yeah,
So we vote a number tonight. And if they take effect 1st of July, and if by then we figure out that things aren't where they should be, we can adjust it. And you're only talking 6 months. Go from there. So the question is 3 or 3.5.
My vote would be 3.5.
Mine too.
I didn't want to
Because-
lead off, but
Because,
Because when I look just at the dollar amounts here, and I think about what I'm hearing from everyone in terms of getting people here and, and holding them, I think that,
and
Fair
inflation
number.
is running over 3, we're I guess it's coming down a bit, but, and look, all our expenses are going up by more than that, and,
Yeah.
I support 3.5.
We need to make a motion.
Yes.
I make a motion to increase the salaries by 3.5% starting in July 2026.
Is there a second?
Second,
Further discussion?
Will you, what would you consider for those 2 individuals that I've asked to have bumped up?
I'm in favor.
I'm in favor too.
Were you talking just a raise or an extra bump?
The bump that's here is in addition to the raise.
Right, there are the 2 that are highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
I've suggested an adjustment
To
and
bump
an
them up,
increase that starts in January.
so then bump them up to 4.
No,
No,
it's
she's
bumping
the
already.
number.
Oh, okay, all right,
We're-
thank you,
Dollar amount
sorry.
bump here plus the,
A dollar amount that starts in January
Got
plus the bump. And
in July,
Yes,
The 3.5
January.
would be against that bump.
first increase
which would
comes,
happen,
starts
yeah.
in January.
Yes.
and then
I
there's the
absolutely-
3%,
yeah.
3.5% bump in July.
I support
Yes.
that.
Got it,
So
I support that.
So I move that we do the bump.
great. And then the Congo.
I second,
So we got two motions, gonna vote on them all at once. Who's in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Okay. So tomorrow night, we will take a quick trip to the highway budget again and to the general fund. And
See where we are.
see if we need
So
something.
to Linda's question, when we started this process, what, do we have a number where we're looking to land in terms of percentage increase year over year?
That's a moving target.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the answer is we don't start out looking with a target in mind, but we try to, if we are feeling a little queasy that things are a little on the high side,
Can we go back and
then
slash?
we go back and find some soft spots and try to do what we can.
Okay,
I mean, nobody really got too upset with us at town meeting. If they ask for an explanation, then we give them a reasonable one. No,
Yeah, and they're reasonable. I mean,
everything we talk about is
everything
reasonable.
talk, we're
Yeah,
just,
I don't see us burning.
we're not acting unreasonably here. We're doing the best we can, and as long as people understand that we've done this with care and as
Concern.
much insight as we can bring to it, they're people understand.
people like their roads and they like to be able to go.
Yes.
I don't know, were you here when Donnie was doing the budget?
No, I've just heard about it, so I'm pretty happy
Who's
with how
that?
you guys do it, just saying.
Yeah,
Donnie.
we used to have a booklet that wide, spreadsheet with all kinds of lines, and it'd take us about 3 weeks to get through it.
Wow.
He counted every nut and bolt. And it was,
Zero-based budgeting.
Yeah, I was
on
just, I was
steroids.
thinking, yeah.
Steroids.
That's what I went through.
but I'd say people like their roads, and there's ways they could save money, but they don't want to do it. So, like blacktop all the roads, that would save them a lot of money, but they don't want blacktop.
No, because I feel it's so expensive to blacktop, like a mile.
Yeah, but see, like blacktop,
Mm.
you go out and salt it and get the ice off, it's bare. You take the back roads, they sand it, you get a lot of traffic, sand's beat out of it, and they're slippery the next day or the same day.
I do miss the blacktop, I gotta say.
Well, on the blacktop, you gotta redo it every, say, oh, well, it's blacktop, but in 15 years, you gotta repave it. And the initial repaving is cheap, but the initial thing is, I can't remember what it is, it's like $1 million a mile or something.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
interesting.
It's
Have there
crazy.
been pushes, and this is just me educational question, have there been pushes by residents in the past to blacktop a lot more of the dirt roads here?
There have been pushes to blacktop, in particular sections of Hell's Peak up toward where our section
Right.
of, we're at the junction of
Londonderry or?
Johnson?
Johnson Hill Road and
Okay.
where it crosses Hell's Peak. That gets direct sun and it's sort of sloped down in the spring. So if you have a bad mud season, that's a very
gone.
tough
Yeah.
section of road.
But there's lots of things you can do, like you could go up there and tear the living sweet Jesus out of that road, start rebuilding, put filter fabric and put proper materials under it. Because a lot of these old roads are horse and buggy roads that they just started throwing gravel on.
Right.
And I suspect the problem down by Linda's place is talc.
Talc, TALC,
Really?
huh,
Explain, what do you mean?
I think there's one hell of a vein of talc running down through there. Because the fella, he's long gone now, but when they drilled the wells at the Colonial House, he said they run into talc down there.
Huh.
And what is talc? Talc is very fine, right?
Right.
I mean, to
Soft.
the point of,
It's
and
soft.
soft and mushy, so, yeah.
And there's a talc mine in Ludlow, so it makes sense that there would
Yeah.
be talc here.
Yeah.
And,
Huh.
yeah, it doesn't, there's no base to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way, because it's all tiny little fines, what's the word I'm looking for? Surface tension holds the water into it, it doesn't drain out the way it does with.
Oh,
with
so it gets
bigger
spongy.
gravel.
Sand and stuff.
So it gets spongy, interesting.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
But the only way to find out is if you had some money you wanted to waste some time is go down, do a couple test bores down 30-40 feet.
And what would that tell you? I mean,
That it's there.
Start
yeah,
drilling for talc.
we
Linda
can
could open
bring
up
in
a
the
talc
mining.
mine.
Yeah. Right.
Jeez, yeah.
Hey, tomorrow night, this is probably too much information, but some, my daughter-in-law and granddaughter from Key West are visiting us now. And we're having some friends of theirs over for dinner tomorrow night. And it would be a blessing for me if I could, you guys get going at 7 and I'll show up 7:30 or maybe a little bit later than that. It would just really help me.
No problem, just bring dessert for everyone from the
No
party.
problem.
And drink.
Just kidding.
I'll take an espresso.
Yeah,
So, we'll just go over it. Like I say, you can think about what we've done and you've probably got some notes and stuff, but, I guess as far as Jim and I'm concerned, we've pretty much done the same as we've done for several years. And I know it's all new to you folks. It's probably not what Brian's used to for budgets, but.
No, it's fine, it's, I'm learning what we're doing here, it's good.
Okay, so we're gonna work tomorrow night and we should assume Thursday night as well.
Kim?
Yeah. Sure, like,
No, not sure, but
oh.
yes, we have to. Wes, we're gonna have to.
We're not going down tomorrow.
I think I may be okay with just tomorrow night. I just have to get my final numbers to you and that goes in the warning. The warning needs signed. Whatever.
What we can do is, if we get our final numbers together from you can take the time to plug them in to, into the budget thing there. And if we all agree on it, she can get them plugged in and we can come in at our leisure and sign the warrant.
Got it.
that would be, yeah,
Amazing.
that would be amazing for me, I'll tell you. Yeah. And I would rather go late tomorrow
I would too.
And be done.
And be done. So we
Yeah,
can have Thursday free.
yeah.
I
exactly.
agree.
I agree.
I'm on board with that.
It's so great. Eat a larger sandwich than
Yeah.
you usually do.
Say it again?
Eat a larger sandwich than you usually do.
Kim, thank you for all your help.
Thank you,
Yes, ma'am.
Kim.
Thank you.
And Shauna,
And Shauna, thanks for
Glad
your
you're feeling
patience with
better.
our
Yes.
disruption of the agenda.
Yeah, that was quite
Shauna,
a.
thank you for you.
And I hope I haven't forgot anything for you guys.
Thank you.